How you guys all doing today? Today's video, I wanted to go over some of my thoughts on this new character that we're supposed to be getting here shortly, some more details about it from the previous Road Ahead. We'll just go into it really quick, just as like tell you and show you what I'm talking about. So this is the last Road Ahead. Not really Road Ahead, because it was not an actual Road Ahead, it was just a tease, a construction delays. So the last part what I'm talking about here in this little video today, we'll chat about some more stuff, but the main focus is this. So this is what it says here. It says, we'll share, or does it say, share details on upcoming content features and then Road Ahead, which has been moved into June. So it's about wrapping up May for this month. We'll probably get some more details about the Road Ahead and the Road Ahead in June, so not too long from now. But the big thing here, hang on, look at this. We'll also have some key info to share with you about a major character release, so stay tuned. I don't know if this is linked with having to be in June or not, but this is probably, in my opinion, going to happen sooner or later with some, details or some little, I don't know, teases added, I guess. I mean, back in the day with Galaxy of Heroes, the people here, I think Top Hat and some other people, they used to tease us a lot and do some puzzles and have us figure out what the next character was, which was a lot of fun. I would love for them to do that again and have a lot more community involvement. So we'll have to see. So the major character release. Character is not really, to me, meaning ships. That's just a standalone character, a Luke Skywalker, a Darth Vader, Princess Leia. Not doesn't have to be those, but it's like the character, right, in Star Wars. So now that we see that and it's a character release, who is it going to be? So from what we just had recently in the game, we had some Mandalorian content. This is the last piece of character content that we had gotten with Cara Dune, the Mandalorian himself, and Grief Karga. So these are all scoundrels, two of which are bounty hunters. So what are they going to do? There's really, in my opinion, two different possibilities. One of which is more Mando content, more Mando characters. And the second one is some more Rebel or Empire or even more scoundrels from the movies, episodes 5 and 6. The reasons I'm bringing up 5 and 6 is because I think most of you guys would actually agree with me here, is that we're probably most likely going to be getting the next set of Galactic Legends going to be a Rebel and an Empire. So probably a Rebel Luke and a Darth Vader, whoever that may be, probably a GL Vader, Galactic Legend Vader. But it's probably those two different people for this next major character. It's going to be probably either some of those factions, bounty hunters, scoundrels, Empire, or Rebels. I don't see it being really anybody else outside of that, because with how everything is right now, we I think not too long ago it was the 40th anniversary of Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, and they did say to kind of celebrate that, they brought in this Rebel Y-Wing, even though it wasn't really a part of the entirety of that movie. But in my opinion, they're setting something up big for, first and foremost, more ship content, bringing us some more ships so that we have more teams to use in our fleet to take out not only, a potential Death Star raid, but most importantly, some more fleet in GAC, because they did say not too long ago that we will have 2 fleet zones in GAC in the upcoming GACs. We don't really know when that's going to happen, but they did say it was going to happen sometime down the line, which is pointing the direction with these ships. It's going to happen. And we've already seen, some really cool stuff going on with the Y-Wing. Blade Baka, last video, we did share some of them. I'll probably pull up a little bit of a, quick little snippet of the Malevolence, because I do know there's some people who are curious to see how this does and how the Rebels do versus Malevolence. I'll throw a little bit of that up as I'm talking over you guys. But yeah, I do not think it's going to be ship content related for this next major character, because it is a character release. It's not a ship character. It's not a ship release, right? So what does that mean for everybody else? Well, in my opinion, they are going to be doing either there's maybe a couple more than you guys might think. I'm saying there's probably 3 different choices they could go with here. One of which is more Mandalorian content. So we got Baby Yoda, or we have potentially Moff Gideon. Out of those two, though, I think the one that's most popular is Baby Yoda. And he is probably, in my opinion, going to be some sort of big legendary event. The next one is not going to be a marquee. The next major character release, in my opinion, is not going to be a marquee or whatever chase. We haven't had a chase for a character. It's going to probably be a legendary type of event. I'm not too sure actually when our last legendary event was. I think it might have been Padme. Actually, it might have been Padme. I could be wrong there, though. I think Padme came out almost a year ago, and I don't remember anything since then that has been a legendary event. I could be wrong. Maybe you guys could you know, say else, or correct me if I'm wrong there. But I'm pretty sure it's Padme. But I think we are due for a legendary. I think we need some sort of Mandalorian-esque themed legendary in the game. However, I can definitely see them doing some more Rebels and Empire. Starting off with the Empire, I still don't think there is anybody else in this faction that is legendary-esque for the Empire, because we already have them here. Darth Vader, Empire, he's an Empire. Emperor Palpatine, Empire. And Thrawn, Empire. Those are the big three for me when I read it that are legendary type of characters. We already have them. If they were going to do anything else out of this, they would give us a whole new Darth Vader, and that would be a Galactic Legend. And this is not going to be a Galactic Legend for the major characters. So that kind of, for me, rules out the Empire. So what about the Rebels? Well, the Rebels, they already have a lot of good stuff already in them.
That's what she said.
Wow, that sounded wrong. They already have a lot of good stuff in their faction. How about that? There we go. They already have a lot of legendary, though. I mean, look at this. They have a Chewbacca, they have an R2, they have a 3PO, and they have a hero's journey for the Luke. This one, I don't think so either, because we are kind of longer, probably waiting from now until whatever the release is for the Galactic Legend. There's a lot of different time period from here until now for some of those releases, for the big releases. So those are like big boy releases. This legendary for the major character is probably not, in my opinion, going to be one of these for the Rebels. If it was going to be a Rebel theme for anything for the Rebels, it would probably be Red 5 for the fleet, but we already kind of ruled out it's not going to be fleet because they said character, so probably not going to be a Red 5 for Luke's ship, but I can see that happening with what we had happen with this new Y-Wing pack. This pack has probably, from my recollection and what I've asked other people in my servers that I'm in Discord with, that this is probably the longest running pack that we've had to date. And I think it was for like 39 to 40 days, which is 10 days over what it usually and typically is. So this is kind of alluding to something with the Rebel content, or perhaps just some Empire stuff, giving us some more ships, I think. Something to synergize more with the Rebels and breathing them back to life that we've already seen with the Y-Wing as of, you know, the last couple days of it being out in the game. So this could be the big thing, but it says it's a major character, so probably not, right? And then here's my last one I'm going to bring up here, which is more scoundrels, more bounty hunters. So major characters probably going to be perhaps some more Mandalorian content, but thinking back to episodes 5 and 6, and leading up to whatever this Galactic Legend is for Luke or, you know, Vader, and giving us some more bounty hunter love, I think that they could not go wrong with a little bounty hunter love and having this legendary be a Jabba the Hutt. I think this could be a potential one that's a major character, but maybe you guys are out there thinking, what if he's not a legendary, maybe he's a Galactic Legend? Well, I don't think we're going to get that too soon, and I think we're probably going to get something a little bit lighter for that whole faction to be legendary. Because look at it, we don't have anybody here that is legendary. Nobody here in this faction is a legendary character. We have had only marquees and just other farms. Nothing here is legendary. So what I can see them doing is having a bunch of bounty hunters that you need to get reliced up, and needing that for getting this Jabba the Hutt unlocked. So that's my hope. That's my big hope here, because I think the bounty hunters are such a great and fun faction. I mean, right now we've already had the Mandalorian coming out with Grief Karga, and then the other guys we already have currently. These guys are already pretty dang good. Imagine a legendary Jabba the Hutt, and yeah, I mean, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I could be wrong though, and we could just, you know, end up getting something very simple and basic, you know, which could just be a Mandalorian character, probably Baby Yoda, but just from what I've seen here shortly, or recently rather, Mandalorian content and the Rebel content for the Rebel, or for the Empire Strikes Back, probably going to be a couple of those different things. If it's anything else rather than those two things, I'm going to be kind of blown away, because that's what I'm kind of putting together here. And I think though the main thing would be just more ship content, but for this major character release, it's probably not going to be a ship. So I do think though that the ship stuff is probably going to happen a little bit more from, you know, here on out through like the rest of the year, just because we're needing some more ships to lead up to a ship raid. whatever that ship raid may be. Hopefully it's a Death Star raid, we'll have to see, but I do think that, you know, we just had the Galactic Legend for Rey and Kylo, probably going to take a whole another year or plus. Maybe they're going to push that a little bit, you know, sooner than what I would hope. But for the next set of Galactic Legends for Luke and Darth Vader, hopefully those two. But yeah, I think in between those time periods, we're going to get some more ship content and hopefully a couple more legendaries. That legendary hopefully being Bounty Hunter, which is, you know who it is, Jabba the Hutt. And if it's not him, probably going to be a Baby Yoda. And then, heck, if they're going to do Baby Yoda for the legendary, I can definitely see them doing a better version of the Mandalorian, like a hero's journey or something like that for the Mandalorian, kind of like Luke and kind of like JTR and those guys, and just leading up to something big, you know, because this is not, you know, the final version of the Mandalorian that we have seen in the TV show. This is like the first, you know, first episode of the Mandalorian. He does not have his Beskar armor, you know, and I can definitely see them doing some more Mandalorian as a hero's journey. I just can see that. So that's kind of my thoughts here. All in all, I do think that we're bound to have something really fun here this next month. I've said it in my couple of videos ago with State of the Game. I think it's an okay spot. We'll just have to see, and we'll have to wait for this next road ahead for this whatever big game mode is, and also this character release is going to be a big one. They say it's a major character release. So yeah, that's gonna probably wrap it up for today's video. If you guys have any other ideas of what this character may be, or maybe you guys don't think it's any of the ones I mentioned, let me know down below, because I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. I just don't think it's going to be anything huge like a Galactic Legend just yet. We're probably going to have some downtime before another one rises up, because you got to think of it, we're going to have some marquees for them to make some money off of. They can't just do a bunch of, you know, free characters that we already have in the game currently. This has to be some marquees before a big Galactic Legend. So if it's going to be a legendary, it's probably going to be some legendary that we've already had. Maybe they're going to do a Mandalorian for a legendary later down the line. I don't know, but just let me know down below, guys, in the comments. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, share it around, and sub the channel if you guys are new here. We're trying to do these daily videos, or somewhat daily videos, as this whole game progresses with how it is. So thank you guys for watching it again, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.